June?
Yes?
You won't think I'm complaining, will you?
Complaining? About what?
No, I'm not complaining about anything. Haven't I just said that?
Is it the watch?
Oh, the watch is beautiful. I mean, just what I wanted for my birthday. For a start, it's got so many wonderful functions on it.
So what's the problem?
I can't get any of them to work. Not that I want to do anything terribly complicated, just one or two basic things.
Like what?
Well, like telling the time, for example. I mean, the date is not a priority, but what does that look like to you?
1888.
That's right. It's a lovely watch, but it's 100 years slow.
What do the instructions say?
Oh, I can't make it a tailor there, Mum. Listen to this. For changing the mode, if button on side is pressed in short time to move on point, boozer will begin boozing at preset times. To stop boozer boozing, press him bottom.
Well, obviously by boozer, they mean buzzer. Try reading it as buzzer.
But I wanted to watch for my birthday, not a language course.
Is it still 1888?
No, it's gone on to 1912.
Ah, well, if we wait a few more minutes, it might get the year right.
But I know what the year is. I want the hour and minutes. That's what I want to know.
Can I have a look?
Oh, please, please.
What have I done?
Well, I think you set it in the musical alarm mode. Yes, musical alarm. Here we are. It's even more versatile than I thought. Yeah. According to this, it plays Dixie, Swanee River, and Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yeah, well, it's either a misprint or the Indian version.
Got it. Oh, well, I'll take it back and swap it for a good old-fashioned watch, one that winds up.
Oh, no, Juno, this is the age of technology. No, we can't turn the clock back.
We don't want to turn it back. We just wanted to tell us the right time.
No, I shall wear it to the office anyway. It's mighty impressed with Dennis. Ever since we started working on this Titan 2000 project, he's become mad keen on the new technology.
What's Titan 2000?
It's the talking fire extinguisher. Oh, cracky!
Talking fire extinguisher?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
In that case, you didn't hear it.
Terry, you said it and I heard it. What talking fire extinguisher?
Not so loud! Shh. I gave a solemn oath that I would not talk about it outside the office. Sir Dennis is paranoid about our competitors finding out about it, especially the Americans. He's determined that our company will be the first to announce its development.
Well, does it really talk?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the prototype yet, but according to Malcolm, the main message it repeats is, over here! Over here!
Over here?
Yeah, or it may say, you know, yoo-hoo! I'm hanging over here on the wall by the window. Yeah, it's so that people can find it in a smoke-filled room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and if this project is a success, well, it'll make the company a fortune. So please, please, please forget I said anything about it.
Anything about what?
The Titan 2000.
What's Titan 2000?
Good, June. Very good.
Oh, I'll get it. You finish your breakfast. You'll be late for the office.
No, I'm fine. After all, it's still only 1953.
0243.
Hello, Auntie June. It's Alan.
Alan, how lovely to hear you. Well, we haven't seen you for ages.
That's what I thought. I haven't seen Uncle Terry and Auntie June for ages. I must drop round.
Yes, of course you must. Well, when would you like to come?
Well, actually, I'm already here.
You are? What, in the phone box at the end of the road?
No.
I'm in the porch outside your front door.
What?
Who is it?
It's Alan.
My nephew?
Yes, he's outside.
He's outside? What do you mean outside? Hello, Alan. Where exactly are you?
In the porch.
Whose porch?
Yours. I'm right behind you.
Good grief, so you are.
It's a mobile telephone.
Yeah, there's no need to shout. It's a very clear line. June, come and have a listen.
No, I don't need to. I can hear him from here.
I'll hang up now, Uncle Terry.
No, wait.
What?
Well, what's your number in case I want to phone you back?
Come and have some coffee.
Right.
Well, keeping your head above water, still in that wine cash and carry business.
Actually, things are a bit sticky at the moment.
Oh, dear.
I've had to move out of the warehouse and run things from home.
And where's that?
A bedsit next to the glue factory.
Ah, we know why things are a bit sticky.
Mind if I help myself to a piece of toast?
Of course not.
Actually, I was wondering if I could store some of my more delicate vintages in your garage, just for a couple of days until I move into bigger premises.
I smell something fishy, and it's not coming from the glue factory.
It's all above board, honest. It's just that some of my creditors are becoming a little pressing.
Well, why don't you sell something quickly and pay them off?
Oh, no, Auntie June. You never sell off your capital to solve your cash flow.
No?
No, you get yourself into financial trouble.
But you are in financial trouble.
I can see you don't understand modern economics, Uncle Terry.
Maybe not, but I'm not living next to a glue factory.
It's only a few boxes for a couple of days. Come on.
Well, what time would they be arriving?
Sometime later this evening. Can't say for definite when.
Alan, you're sure there's nothing dishonest about this?
I swear there isn't, Auntie. It's just that I've got to be out of my bedsit by 5:30 this afternoon at the latest.
Why, is someone else moving in?
Yeah. Bailiffs.
Just a moment.
Malcolm!
Get your notepad.
It's Terry!
Yes, coming. What do you want?
Well, for a start, I'd like to know what you're being so furtive about.
Furtive? Well, I'm not being furtive. What?
Well, either there's a woman in there or you're wearing some very odd aftershave.
Yeah, well, it's none of your business, but we must know it's my secretary. It's Miss Partridge.
Malcolm. Malcolm. Oh, Malcolm.
We weren't doing anything improper.
Then why lock the door?
I didn't want to be interrupted.
I'll bet you didn't.
Oh, come on in, then. You know my secretary, Miss Partridge.
Yes, but not as well as you do. Good morning, Miss Partridge.
Good morning, Mr. Medford.
Mr. Harris keeping you busy, is he?
Off and on.
Yes, well, I don't think I better comment on that.
No, I don't think you better.
Lovely perfume you're wearing, Miss Partridge.
Toujours l'amour.
And we can't argue with that.
Right, Miss Partridge, we'll continue with this some other time.
Did you still want to see me for that lunchtime conference?
Well, I'll notify you to the eventuality should that situation arise. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Harris. Sir.
Miss Partridge, eh?
Yes.
Well, we all know whose pot she's going to wind up in.
Terry, I'm beginning to find your insinuation somewhat tiresome.
Terribly sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything, Malcolm.
Better.
I meant to accuse you straight out. You moth-eaten philanderer, you. You carrying on with a young girl half your age, and you a married man, too.
Yeah, but Terry, there are extenuating circumstances.
What extenuating circumstances?
Well, for a start, look who I'm married to.
What, Beatty?
Yes, Beatty.
Well, she's a lovely woman.
But you don't like her.
Can't stand her, but June speaks very highly of her.
Yes, but June isn't married to her. I am and have been for the last 22 years.
22 years? Oh, right.
Yes, quite. And surely I deserve time off for good behaviour.
Your behaviour with Miss Partridge is anything but good.
Terry, haven't you ever longed to re-experience that first-time rapture?
I've never one yet.
I said rapture.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to hurt anyone, but you've got to understand, Terry. Love is like a steamroller.
Is it?
Yes. Once those mighty pistons begin to pound, once those wheels begin to roll, I mean, it's impossible to stop it.
Yeah, and I know who's going to get flattened, poor old Beatty.
I can't help it, I'm in love. I'm in love. How many more times do I have to tell you?
Once is more than enough.
Sir Dennis, sir.
And may one be bold enough to inquire who is the unfortunate object of your seedy affections?
It's my work, Sir Dennis. I'm passionate about it. Isn't that right, Terry?
Oh, yeah, you can't get enough of it.
Well, I've called round personally to introduce our new staff member, Major Fawcett, late of the Royal Marines.
Gentlemen.
Until Titan 2000 is successfully launched, Fawcett here will be looking for leaks.
Oh, well, just as well he's on tap, sir.
Industrial espionage is costing businesses in this country millions every year. Wouldn't surprise me to learn that there's a mole on these very premises.
A mole?
Probably more than one.
Well, I knew we had rats in the boiler room, but moles...
Don't interrupt, Medford.
In the course of the next week, I shall be checking every office for bugs.
Bugs as well. We'll have to have the place fumigated.
Medford, I do not wish to hear another peep out of you. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. You will not hear another peep out of me, sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
Is that you, Medford?
No, sir. No, it's definitely not me, sir. It's my watch.
Well, then turn the damn thing off.
Yes, well, I'm trying to do so, but I'm having trouble mastering the electronic digital complexities of it. So I think it needs a little fine-tuning. There we are. Oh, sorry. Got it.
Yes, well, when it comes to watches, I prefer something rather more traditional.
Oh, really, sir? I thought you were rather keen on the new technology, sir.
Only if it keeps us ahead of our rivals. Titan 2000 is a traditional fire extinguisher, except for the microchip.
Really?
Well, does it look any different to you?
Oh, no, sir. Definitely not. No, definitely not. But mark you, that's not surprising.
Why is that?
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
In that case, Medford, I shall demonstrate it to you now.
Forgive me, Sir Dennis, but is Medford's clearance high enough?
Oh, Gary Fawcett, the man is our assistant sales manager. How the hell's he going to sell the damn thing if he doesn't know how it works?
Ah, well, in that case, sir, Harris, keep KV in the corridor.
All right, Major.
Right. Fawcett.
Why, have we lost the key, sir?
There it is. Titan 2000. A traditional fire extinguisher on the outside, but on the inside. Have a cigar, Medford.
Ah, thank you. That's very kind of you, sir. May I save it till lunchtime?
No, you may not.
Christmas?
It's for the demonstration, Medford.
Oh, I see.
Now, I think you're going to be very impressed by this.
I certainly am. I've never had a light on the first time.
I am not talking about the lighter, Medford. Now, light the cigar for the demonstration.
Ah, Okay.
Right. Now then, sit down,
I
Medford.
think I'd better, yeah.
Now, I want you to imagine that you are a domestic fire. Fire!
Fire.
In the beginning, you are very, very small. Let us say you are just
A bright spark.
You give off no heat and no smoke.
No smoke?
That's right.
Well, try to put the cigar up.
No, of course not, because soon you are going to start growing.
Then I'll be big enough to smoke.
And here stands Titan 2000. Its electronic sensors alert for the first sign of smoke.
Yeah.
Right. Give it some smoke.
Oh, have a puff.
No. Not like that, Medford. Blow smoke onto it. No, not too much, not too much. No, well, you haven't taken hold yet.
Haven't I?
No.
Oh, no.
But now you are beginning to grow. All right, sit down, Medford. You're still only a small conflagration.
But I've got burning ambition, sir.
Yes. Well, don't stop puffing.
No.
Now the electronic sensors have been alerted by the heat and the smoke. That first cautionary warning continues until the heat and smoke trigger off the second message. Right, keep puffing, Mason. Keep puffing. That's it. Now, there is the second recording message. Come on, Mason, more smoke. More smoke. Darling, I want you to imagine that you are in the middle of a smoke-filled room. Now, come on. More smoke, Mason. More smoke. And that is the final message. Now, the extinguisher can be found in any smoke-filled room. Well, what do you think of that, Medford?
Absolutely breathtaking, sir.
Yes, you can say that again.
Oh, no, I can't.
Where are you going, Medford? Titan 2000's over here.
I know, but the law's down the corridor.
I'm sure it's just your imagination, Beatty. All men look at other women from time to time. Terry does, but it really doesn't mean anything.
But when Terry looks at women, they don't look back. I'd someone at work, of that I'm sure. Do you think if I asked Terry, he'd tell me?
Even if Malcolm is carrying on with another woman, Terry would be the last to know. He tries to steer clear of office gossip.
Oh, you're so lucky, June. I often wish I were married to a pudding like Terry.
Pudding?
Oh, I mean that in the nicest possible way. Oh, June, do you think...
June!
Let's ask the pudding. Beatty's here.
Never mind, Beatty. What's all this?
Oh, it's Alan's. He had to put his deliveries somewhere.
Gin, whiskey, rum, brandy. I mean, it's like a teetotaler's nightmare. I mean, why couldn't he put some of this stuff in the garage?
You obviously haven't tried to put the car away.
What?
Hello, Terry.
Yes, well, Beatty. Well, hello.
Has June been telling you about my foolish fears?
Pardon?
Oh, she says it's just my imagination, and I'm sure she's right. But I've got it into my silly little head that Malcolm's got himself rather involved with someone at the office. Well, I know it's a ludicrous suggestion, but these things do happen to attractive men like Malcolm. And believe me, Terry, I won't be in the least upset, even if it is true. I'll laugh to myself. And I'll say how lucky I am to have a husband that other women find attractive. So let's be terribly sophisticated and mature and have a jolly good laugh at my suspicions. So is it true, Terry?
Well...
It's true, I knew it! My life is ruined, I can't stand it.
Beatty!
No, it's no good, June. I can't face either of you a moment longer. My world is in ashes. Ashes, nothing but ashes.
Well, I always said she smoked too much.
Why did you have to say that about Malcolm?
I only said, well, I never suggested he was having an affair.
Well, why didn't you say that to Beatty?
Well, I couldn't.
Why?
Because he is.
What?
Terry. Medford, Medford, look, first it's my watch and now it's the phone.
Oh, no, it isn't that one, it's Alan's.
What?
Winchester Wine, Cash and Carry, may I help you?
What are you talking about?
Just a moment, please. Alan's out scouting for new premises, so he's left me in charge of the phone and order book. So sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
I'm not having you working as his unpaid helper. Give me the phone.
Terry!
Now, listen to me.
The sooner he makes some money, the sooner he moves out.
Managing Director here. Can I be of any assistance to you? It's a lovely day today. And whatever you've got to do, you've got a lovely way for doing it.
What the devil did you say to Beatty?
Hang on a minute.
Come on, Judas, spill the beans.
I'll spill me breakfast if you don't shop straight quick.
What did you tell Beatty about me and Miss Partridge?
I said, well.
Well, what?
Well, flipping nothing. Before I could say anything else, she dissolved into a great soggy mass and dribbled out the front door.
So she's not certain about me and Miss Partridge?
No, it is just a suspicion she has.
How dare she lock me out of the bedroom for no reason?
No reason? You're carrying on with Miss Partridge.
But she doesn't know that. I'll phone her, and if she apologizes, I'm ready to forgive and forget.
You deserve a medal, Malcolm.
For my tolerant generosity?
No, you male chauvinist piggery.
Oh, Mr. Medford, Mr. Harris.
What's the matter, Miss Fennell?
Typhoons predicted. Storm warnings on mizzenmast.
What?
We're heading into troubled waters, gentlemen, so it's all hands to the pump.
Have you been knocking back the grog again, Miss Fennell?
Specifications and blueprints of Titan 2000 are missing from Sir Dennis's safe, so anyone who has knowledge of the combination is suspect.
Well, I've nothing to hide.
That's not what a plump little bird tells me.
I meant about the missing blueprints. That just leaves you, Terry.
Oh, Miss Fennell, you know I couldn't be the thief.
Oh, Mr. Medford, you mustn't worry. Anyone who knows you well would never suspect you of any such thing.
Thank you, Miss Fennell.
It's just terribly unfortunate that Major Fawcett doesn't know you well. In fact, he hardly knows you at all.
Auntie June, I need your help.
Yes, in a minute, Alan. Terry's forgotten his lunch again.
It's a real emergency.
No, he does it all the time.
I'm not talking about that. I think it's the bailiffs.
Bailiffs?
The chap was looking at the garage. He had that official look about him. He's coming up the front path. Now, you've got to keep him talking while I slip out of the side door.
Talking about what?
Well, he's going to ask you about the booze. Now, as long as you tell him it's all yours, he won't be able to touch you.
I'm not going to lie, Alan.
You don't have to lie. Just don't tell him the truth.
Coming. Good morning. Excuse me just a minute.
No.
Alan!
Good morning. I think you'll find it's quite in order. I'm making a few investigations.
Well, yes. But before you go any further, I think you ought to know it's all ours.
What is?
In the garage, all the wine. And all the spirits in the boxes behind me, they're all ours too. All of them. So, you see, it doesn't really concern you, does it?
You obviously like a drink. Now and then.
No, not particularly.
Then what do you do with it? Sell it?
Oh, no, definitely not. We drink it. At least, I don't. My husband does, yes. That's it. My husband does like a drink now and then.
Would you say he has a drink problem?
Oh, no. The only problem he has is knowing where to store it all until he gets around to drinking it.
Must cost a small fortune.
Oh, yes, it does. But then I don't mind. I think a man should have a hobby, don't you?
Very grateful for your openness, Mrs. Medford. It'll help your husband's case in the long run.
My husband's case? What case?
My name is Fawcett. I'm head of security at your husband's firm.
I thought you were the bailiffs.
You were expecting the bailiffs?
Oh, no. Well, yes, I was.
I'm not surprised. Your husband's craving for drink was bound to drive you into financial difficulties eventually.
Oh, no, it's not like that at all.
No, it's a familiar enough story. Drink and debt can turn anyone into a company spy.
A spy? Oh, look, Mr.
Major. Fawcett.
Major Fawcett. I think I've given you quite the wrong impression.
You have all my sympathy, Mrs. Medford. Must be a terrible shock to discover you're married to a mole. Good morning.
Mole?
It's official, I'm afraid. The Americans have just announced the world's first talking fire extinguisher. We're too late. Those transatlantic popinjays have pipped us to the post.
And we know now who fed them the information.
Oh, I just can't believe it of Medford.
Well, I tell you, Sir Dennis, his wine lake's bigger than the EEC's.
Well, how do you intend to prove his guilt?
Spot checks. We'll demand to search his office. If he refuses, it's tantamount to an admission.
And when are you planning to swoop?
No time like the present, Sir Dennis.
Oh, I don't like it, Fawcett. I mean, if Medford did steal the blueprint, would he really be stupid enough to hide it in his own office? Yes, he probably would.
Terry? Hello? Oh, Miss Fennell, it's June. Terry's not here. Sir Dennis is what? A spot check. Oh, dear, I think that's all my fault.
Oh, June, what are you doing here? Oh, my lunch. Yeah, I forgot all about it.
Yes, I'll tell him, and thanks for the warning.
Warning about what?
I've got some bad news, Terry.
Oh, you haven't forgotten the pickle again, have you?
No, I've remembered the pickle.
Oh, what's in the flask?
Terry?
Tea or coffee?
I'm afraid I've put my foot in it.
You mean it's soup?
Miss Fennell just phoned and they're coming to search your office.
What for?
Some missing blueprints?
Oh, they're searching all the offices. It's just routine.
Yes. But your security man thinks you've got a drink problem.
You'll have a job drinking this. It's jolly hot. Did you say drink problem?
Yes.
Well, why should he think I've got a drink problem?
Because I said you had.
You what? Oh.
Well, Terry, he came to the house, and I thought it was Alan's bailiffs, and I told him that all Alan's booze was ours, and so he jumped to the wrong conclusion. Have you got a cloth to wipe this up?
Yeah, well, why didn't you tell him to mind his own business?
Terry? What is this?
Oh, some sort of blueprint.
Don't you recognise it?
No, first time I've seen it.
Well, I'm no technician, but it does say Titan 2000.
It does what?
You know what this means.
Yes, I've been dropped in it again, haven't I?
Someone must have planted this while you were out of the office. And I saw someone leaving here rather furtively just as I arrived. A tall, good-looking girl.
Oh, yeah, Miss Pheasant. Partridge, yeah. You don't think Malcolm put her up to it, do you?
Well, I don't know, but we've got to get rid of it before they search your office.
Yeah, too late.
Ah, Medford. Oh, and Mrs. Medford. Well, I hope we're not interrupting anything.
No, of course not, Sir Dennis. I was just laying the table for Terry's lunch. Terry?
What? Oh, yes.
You'll have to postpone lunch until we've searched this office.
Postpone lunch? I don't think Terry can do that.
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that.
Why not?
Why not?
Well, we don't want to upset his routine.
His routine?
What routine?
What routine?
Well, as you know, Terry has this drink problem.
There you go again!
What are you telling that for?
And the only way to wean him off it is to make sure that he eats regularly.
Then it's true what Fawcett told me.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
But he is fighting this craving for alcohol every step of the way.
Oh, good man.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
So you see, if we upset his eating routine, he'll start drinking again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll go through all that booze in our hallway like a dose of salts, and vice versa.
Well, you have my sympathy, Medford. I myself used to worry about drinking too much, but now, thank God, I've managed to stop it.
You've stopped drinking?
No, I've stopped worrying about it. Come on, Fawcett.
No, but Sir
We can
Dennis...
search his office after he's finished his lunch. Oh, Harris, what do you want?
Oh, I was just going to the pub and wondered if Terry wanted to join me.
For God's sake, man, don't make his struggle more difficult than it is.
What?
For once in your life, show a bit of compassion, you insensitive clod.
You insensitive clod.
What was all that about?
Close the door, Malcolm. I want to show you something.
Well, it's a nice trick, but it needs a bit of practice.
Never mind the trick. Have a look at this blueprint.
Good grief, what are you doing with that?
We think your Miss Partridge planted it on Terry.
It's impossible.
Smell this.
That's toujours l'amour.
I rest my case.
Ah, there you are, Mr. Harris. Your secretary.
Oh, what about her?
If you'll shut up, I'll tell you. As soon as she heard the offices were being searched, she cleared out her locker, claimed last week's salary, and left the building.
In other words, Miss Partridge has flown the coop.
Yeah, well, she was the industrial spy, all right. A regular harikari.
I think you mean Matahari.
A harikari is when you kill yourself.
Yes, well, I wouldn't give him any ideas, Miss Fennell.
Malcolm, I think you should give this back to Sir Dennis.
Thanks, June. I've been used. I feel cheapened and empty.
Have a sandwich.
No, thanks. I've been a fool. Do you think Beattie will ever forgive me?
If she does, she's a bigger fool than you are.
So Miss Partridge was the mole.
Yes, well, I had a feeling it was her all along.
Really? Why's that?
I think it was the way she was burrowing under his skin.